talk about your preseason, how things have been leading up to season opening this weekend.
Yeah, preseason's been great for this team. The amount of want to and desire this team's come into. I think the most impressive things if you come out and watch our inner squads, it feels like I said earlier, just feels like a really game day atmosphere. Competition levels high, players are competing really hard. So when I think about this team, I think about that desire of players that really want to compete. And then on top of that, when you talk about kids, you always think everybody sets goals to win championships. There's nothing different about it. But what I'm impressed about it is what our players have done to put themselves in the best position to make a run. Physically, they came in great shape. They're playing at a high level, physical condition test that they were able to crush this year. On top of that, when I look to my right and see the leadership that this group has brought to our team, they have really taken control of the team. I'm just there to design a practice plan, hold them to it. But other than that, the day-to-day activities, this group to my right has done an outstanding job of leading this team.
Leading up to this weekend's tournament, what exactly are you planning to get out of it besides wins? Like, are you looking to see who I know you may not have your starting lineup yet. Is that what you're looking to see, more players in the field, or?
Right now it's just about to see how people are going to perform in certain situations. I think that's what you go and open the weekend. You're not real sure what you get. I think you could expect to see a lot of different lineups. We're going to max up a lot. I think that's the one strength of this team. I think our players are great, is the depth that we have in a lot of positions. So we'll match up some people and see how they respond. Hopefully just learn a little bit about them, a little bit more about our team. And, I think as the season goes on, it's a process to figure out what that lineup's going to be best for this team to play at the highest level possible. So I think that's a constant evaluation. I don't think it's an open and weekend evaluation as much as it is a season evaluation.
Coach, last year the pitching was very solid. Hitting was up and down. How do you feel the state of the offense going into the season? Not knowing it's early in the season, obviously.
Yeah, that's a great question. When I look at our lineup, I like it. It's really hard to evaluate because you're playing against good pitching every single day, I feel, with our pitching staff. But I like what we've been able to do. We've been able to score. In inner squads, we've got roughly about 7 inner squads in when we come back in January. And started the back half even fall, I started to see the lineup able to score 1 through 9. We're able to put stress on the lineup. The other thing we're able to do is we're able to really put people in action this year. We're able to move around really well. So I think this year what we focused on is just be able to score in a lot of different ways, and our players have done a really good job of it. So I like where our offensive state is right now.
And you're pitching, like I mentioned, obviously you got a lot of talent coming back. How do you know how you want to approach the pitching as far as who pitches when or how many innings, or is that still kind of something that you see as the season goes on?
Yeah, I think the season will dictate that a little bit more. I can't say, we have 5 arms right now, and they've all showed some great progress in a lot of different areas. So I think matchups will come up with it, who we feel matches up against certain offenses a little bit better. But all in all, it'll be a mix and match as the season goes.
Caroline, kind of stay on the pitching. You guys, like Coach said, 5 arms, very good. Just what's that competition like every day to kind of show, hey, I can be one of the best pitchers on a really good staff?
I mean, we have like a healthy competition, I think, between each other, but at the same time, we all know that each arm may pair up better with a different lineup, and that each arm may complement another pitcher on the staff just as well. So it's really more of a team effort on how we attack each offense.
Cori, with you coming in last year, obviously as a transfer, I guess, how do you feel like you've grown into that role as a leader now, being a senior, being that you played a lot, made a lot of plays last year? How have you kind of embraced that role now as a leader on the team?
Right. I've been in a lot of different situations coming from Jones and UL, and using both of those as like a learning process. I've been through a lot of different situations, so I know that I can bring experience and just help in different certain ways that somebody else may not know about.
And Cori, last year, you as far as the hitting goes, you had started out well, kind of had a slump, and then you were kind of able to rebound. What did you learn from that to bring to this year, just as from a hitting perspective?
Right, I did have a slump. Well, that you noticed. I learned that And when I'm not hitting, I can help the team out in different ways. You know, I still had to bring defense every day. I still had to keep swinging to get out of the slump sometimes. So, you know, I just learned out how to deal with going through a slump. So I know I'll come to one this year probably. So now I'm confident that I know how to get out of it.
All right. Allie, they mentioned the leadership, but you guys, for the second year, you lose another really great hitter. You know, 2 years ago it was Erica. This year now Justice graduates. And obviously she wasn't just a great leader on the field, great leader off the field as well. What do you guys as a team say to each other, like maybe when coach isn't around, just to pick each other up when somebody may be down or something like that?
Right. Well, Justice was a great leader, and we are going to miss him in the lineup. But Coach James is always bringing people in who can help us win, and we just have so much depth. And since you know we are seniors, we're leaders, we just kind of bounce off each other, and I think that really helps because if I'm lacking somewhere in leading, then LB can help me out in that aspect. So I think that's what we're really strong in.
And everybody's pretty much mentioned depth. I guess, Coach, are you looking at any freshmen to possibly contribute this season?
You know, that's a tough question right now. I think we have some freshmen that have played at a high level. You know, I think Callie Cross has come in and had an outstanding fall. Same way as Jill Poulard and Whitney Tate. You know, Whitney Tate will see some innings this year pitching as well. I think those three freshmen have really kind of played up at a higher level this fall. But I was really high on the freshman class coming in, and I still hold to that. But you know, like I said, when you look to my right here and see what these ladies have done on the field, it's a tough lineup to crack. And you know, being able to have Lauren Brown back in the lineup just adds that much depth and speed to our team. And you kind of miss that, you know, last year with Bernique being out. She's another senior that's not here today. But Bernique being out and Brown, you know, tremendous speed, tremendous leadership in the outfield, and great people they play really good with the ball in space. And having those players back on the field has made a big difference in our lineup and the depth that we had.
Coach, you guys going to the postseason last year, obviously wasn't an NCAA tournament, but it was still postseason play. Was that one of those things where it's kind of good for maybe the players that had, you know, the new players last year were able to see, at least get a taste of what postseason was like, to at least kind of see like, hey, this is what you kind of have to do to get here and beyond?
Yeah, I think it's really one of those things where, you know, for 3 years we made an NCAA tournament, and so the disappointment of not making an NCAA tournament was definitely there. But I think once we got on the field, our players realized that's ball, you know, and they get a chance to compete, and then playing some close games, it gave us some extra games. You know, you get to play more games, get to play as a unit, and you get to play some extreme, you know, tight competition, so you kind of get some experience. So I definitely think it helps. I definitely think it gives us something to work off of. And one thing I think when we walked away from that, I've definitely seen this team come back with a different side of hunger for them.
Lauren, I want to ask you about when the freshmen come in, or any new player comes in, Coach James, his coaching style can be tough. What do you guys say? What do you guys say to the younger players that have never experienced him as a coach? That, you know, obviously they've got to experience it to kind of get used to it. But what do you guys say initially, just to kind of get them through maybe the first phase?
Well, coming in as a freshman is hard regardless of whoever your coach is. It's a huge learning curve, but I think our freshmen came in with this really cool hunger for the game, and they really just were ready to play. And that's what they do every day. And we don't take our freshmen, we don't give them slack. We challenge them every day, and they challenge us. And they've done great. And I don't think Coach James bothers them very much.